double dyno micro crimper.
Yo, motherfuckers.
How's it going, guys?
You look so creepy. Introduce the show.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Peter, and with me is Danko, and this week we're doing
jazz.
Jazz. We're doing jazz, and these are the greatest hits from the years of 1998 to 1997. I go backwards in time because I'm that cool.
Damn cool.
Hey guys, welcome to Barely Hanging, the greatest podcast on earth that's to do with average climbing. We're very average, and it's actually not the greatest podcast on earth, so it's just what it is, isn't it?
Or is it?
Or is it yet?
Who are you?
Maybe. My name's Peter.
How
are you? I'm skipping things.
My name's Daniel. How are you?
I got one set to take my shirt off. We are not ready for this.
I am ready.
You're not ready.
You're
You're never
mad.
ready. I'm very tangible.
So this is Peter Richards, and I'm Danko Henry Winterberg.
And we're average climbers, and this is our podcast about average climbing.
Climbers doing average things, trying not to die.
Trying not to die, mostly. Trying to keep my sanity, when really I'm very insane.
How are you doing, man?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm really good. Are these your rocks
Done
or
a
my
lot.
rocks?
They're not mine.
Oh, they're my rocks then.
Oh, wow,
Just
they're
checking.
beautiful rocks, of
No,
course. Is this from Tryfan?
I'm not sure where that's from.
Okay.
Where are you doing, man?
Beautiful rock.
You doing good?
Yeah, man. We've had a big.
Yeah,
couple
man.
of weeks.
I feel fucking awesome. But I feel I'm concussed after just.
Oh man, yeah, we had a pretty cool warm up then to the podcast, doing max reps on pull ups and then also back hangs on a pull up bar. And Dan did a really good back hang once, then did a really bad back hang twice.
That was great.
He back hang and landed on his back.
We shared it on Instagram. So
Yeah, so go check out the Instagram. We did share it on our story, so
and we'll
check
save it
out.
somewhere because it's fucking.
We'll
stupid.
try and save it. I'm not even sure you can save lives, you know.
We'll find out.
We'll see, eh?
Oh.
We'll see. Man,
Anyway, big day.
it's been a big day. It's been a big weekend. It's been a big couple of weeks.
We've shoved a lot in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where do you even start?
So do you know where I'm going to start?
I'm going to start 1995, the 4th of March. It was an early Saturday morning, and my mum screamed, and I popped out.
I can
then
start earlier.
Skip forward. I don't want to go earlier than that, Dan. I don't want to see it.
You've seen it.
I don't want to see it, Dan.
This massive head came out of someone at 11:15 a.m.
Yeah.
on a cold summer's morning.
It was a cold summer. Is that why you called Winter Burn?
That's my name.
Oh, should I have said your second name on the podcast?
I couldn't give a shit.
Creeps are gonna hunt you down, Daniel. If any creepy listeners are out there,
Hunt me down.
I'll give you
I'm so lonely.
Dan's address is 147 Ellabrook Drive,
Yeah, that's me.
Liverpool.
So, we got where I was going to start.
This is a mad tangent tonight.
Was that we were going to try and do 2 episodes.
About everything that we've done, but we're just gonna squeeze it into one.
Squeeze it all
fatty,
in
aren't we?
because, yeah. But in advance as well, Pete's got an adventure next week.
Oh yeah, so there won't be a podcast next week. I'm going off to Italy to do some Via Ferrata, so that'll be amazing.
Lucky boy.
So that'll just be a cool trip, but yeah, there won't be a podcast next week, unfortunately.
So where do we start? Well,
I think we start with
motherfucking Tryfan.
Tryfan. Yeah,
Saturday morning.
That was a Saturday. So tonight is a Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
And last
Friday
Saturday
evening, we had a hanger session late on.
Did we? Oh yeah.
Liverpool climbing hanger.
Yeah, that was
Me and
lovely.
Pete met up with some people. I got there about 8, climbed for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You were there from.
5ish, 6ish.
So you did a good
I had
4
a
or
massive
5
session.
hours.
And I had a big session before that.
Yeah.
And a lot of that ties into how I performed this week. But, or not performed, but I'm just saying I was like, absolutely pooped
You
towards
pooped.
the end. But, yeah, Tryfan.
And a lot done. So Saturday,
Yeah.
I've got a friend who's training for the National 3 Peaks, blah, blah, blah. He's
Yeah.
asked can he do some mountains with us. So we did a nice hike up the Glithers a while back. And I
Yeah.
said, do you want to do something a little bit more challenging?
Yeah.
So we took him up Tryfan and we did the best part of the North Face
Yeah.
of Tryfan.
Yeah.
And all
Just lots of scrambling.
fucking great days. We took
Amazing.
elite team
An
of
elite-
scamps
An elite team of scamps.
and had yet another majestic day. On
Yeah,
the
it was
almighty
quite a
Tryfan.
simple day.
Hail Tryfan.
Just up and down Tryfan.
Yeah.
down and then messing around Ogwen Valley a little bit.
But we got 2 secrets in after Tryfan.
Yeah, 2 secrets.
Secret
Can we say
bridge.
about the secrets?
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Secret bridge.
we found a
secret
secret
lake.
bridge under a bridge.
Don't tell nobody.
I'm not going to tell anyone, but it's in Ogwen Valley, and also a secret lake in Llanberis Valley. That lake is awesome. I mean, it's an old, like, not going into too much detail, I won't say where it is, because people, it's fun to try and find these things out, but it's basically an old quarry that's been filled.
We've talked about it on the cast before.
We've talked about it before.
I've been like 5 times now.
Yeah, oh man, the lake bit you, didn't it?
Well, we get to that bit, but on Tryfan today, on Saturday, we've done it a lot together now.
Yeah, I've done it a fair few times with you. I think I've done it twice without you.
So every time we do an adventure, it's like in Snowdonia, you've got to earn your Pete's motherfucking eats.
Yeah.
And every one of us didn't feel like we earned.
No, after climbing a mountain.
Because we're all
getting better
really
at it.
Fit.
Yeah, we're getting really kind of good at it. Yeah, it's crazy. So we got down off Tryfan, and maybe, what did it take? And we messed around on Tryfan a lot. And it maybe took us 4 hours, 5 hours.
Loads of breaks.
We had loads of breaks. We had loads of time left at the end of the day, and loads of energy left. And we were just like, wow. Because normally we'll do Tryfan and the Glidders, or we'll do Tryfan and mess around on some boulders, or we'll just do something else. But we just didn't have a plan, basically.
Yet another blessed day on that bloody mountain, though.
Oh, amazing day. Absolutely amazing. Like a bit of rain at the summit, but then it just disappeared, and we ran down the mountain. Oh, such a beautiful day, mate.
So we
yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, man, I like your train of thought.
Think of some highlights.
That day.
Yeah, from the Tryfan, man.
For me, man, it's just, so when we got to the cannon, it's about a third, I think, the way up.
Yeah.
And my buddy was just like, he settled into the pace, because like every hike, the first bit's always a bit shit, because like...
Yeah, and especially Tryfan, man. The first fifth of Tryfan is steps, and it's by far the hardest bit of Tryfan. Just because it's just steps, it's dull, and it's actually quite physically demanding, just going up steps and like, I feel like we're probably quite fast-paced compared to a lot. We are never overtook. No one ever overtakes us on the mountain, and we're always
even
passing
when we're
people.
fucking round.
Yeah.
So we got to the cannon, and my mate was like loving it.
Yeah.
And then the other bit was getting to the top, and my mate was like, "Yeah, this is cool." We had one moment on the North Face where we went down a scramble path that we went a different way.
Yeah.
So many ways, and it was something that he wasn't uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's like, I didn't get a love of it. He was like, but still he did it.
Yeah.
So basically,
he didn't say anything, and he didn't bat an eyelid. So whatever it was,
it just didn't thrill him like it thrills us.
Right.
But no matter what, I saw one of my oldest friends just do.
Yeah, that was lovely. And you know what? It was lovely meeting George. Yeah. He is so alike you. Like, in terms of comedy and his sense of humour, you can just tell that you two have grown up and developed this weird fucking sense of humour together. Yeah. And it is so funny to see. Like, you two bounce off each other so well. Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Well, basically, we just watch the same television shows your life and get really fucked up with each other all the time.
Yeah.
You should probably become the same person.
It'll happen, yeah. Highlights for me, though. Like, that's nice. Like, obviously seeing your old mate and that.
And it was also nice meeting my new friends, meeting my...
Yeah, like, joining up that bit of those lifestyles is quite nice, isn't it? Because now, like, when you talk about George, I've got an image in my head, like, of who I'd... Like, do you know what I mean? Like your PlayStation user is still George's old account. So, like, now I'm like, oh, this is that George. Oh, that's just cool. Yeah, my highlight in terms of my physical highlight, I guess, would be doing the
chimney.
The chimney. So yeah, there's like a grade 3 scramble section of the chilled out scramble, like the North Face bit. Like, that's quite a long, prolonged scramble. But then around the corner, you get to a bit where you can just see like this crazy, like, intimidating looking chimney. It looks so intimidating, like scary intimidating. And it's just basically this big, thin chimney space where you can wedge yourself in. But it's one of those things that just looks way more intimidating than it is, because when you actually get in that space, there's no way you're falling because you're wedged in between two massive rocks. But it's just a little bit of maybe 10 meters of prolonged vertical climbing in a chimney. So that's like in between two rocks. But there's a bit of it where you're actually in between 3 sort of
it's crazy.
walls. It's really crazy. But doing that was a bit of a highlight because you've been previously without me with a big crew of the more gnarly scramblers, like the people that just game for the big stuff, and you guys knocked that out like no problem. So it was good to go and get that dusted. And Josie followed us up there.
She crushed it.
Absolutely crushed it. And like, Josie's an absolute champion, but she's not been known to be the most sort of ballsy out of the crew. But that's not saying anything. She's a super strong, super committed climber.
On Pinnacle Ridge as well.
Yeah.
She took one of the gnarliest.
Yeah, she took the gnarlier route. So maybe she is just fucking insane, actually, thinking about it. Yeah. But yeah, she actually is freaking insane. And then obviously Tom, cool as a cucumber. There's funny moments all the way up it where I'm a puss bag when it comes to scrambling. Like, I enjoy it.
Tom is not at all.
Tom is he is so breezy. He doesn't care. He doesn't flap at all. So there's moments where I'm in front of Tom and I'm like, there's a really good jug there, use the jug. And I'm like telling him things that is like, that I would want to hear. Like where to place feet or just where the good bits are. And he's just looking at me smiling, like just smiling. And you can see that in his head. He's just like, shut up, lad. So funny. He's so chill on the rock. It's amazing. Just love it. Like, dead breezy. Everything's just super easy for him. And like, he's never phased. Whereas I always get a little bit fluttery on some sections. But then it means, why are you hiding? Dan's hiding from me. Don't hide from me, Dan. I like to see your eyes. But anyway, that was just an awesome day. What else? What was a good bonus? Loved on the summit, you taking your pants off. Or you didn't take your pants off.
Just rolled them up.
Just rolled your pants up. You had a really long coat on. Not actually a really long coat, just a long enough coat.
Just to cover my modesty.
When he rolls his little shorties up, they're hidden, so it looks like he's not wearing any underwear or any pants, and Dan's just there in his coat, and he's doing like very provocative poses on the top of a mountain, and it looks like he's not wearing underwear. That was a bonus for me, for sure.
Good bonus.
That was a good bonus.
Good bonus moments. And then obviously your Pete Eats.
Yeah, Pete Eats is always a bonus, although this time they kind of messed up my order a bit. Just a staff member apparently ate my order. A staff member was hungry and was like,
but you predicted it. We'd learn another lesson.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
get your receipt. That's the lesson.
Get your receipt for the Pete Eat.
Yeah.
Just before Pete Eats, I went to Secret Lake and I got a really...
Oh, no, that's my highlight, actually.
Is that your highlight?
My highlight is that you got the biggest cut in your leg. Yeah. It was an amazing moment. So funny.
I learned a new level of respect for Slate that day.
Yeah. You should have learned it from the past, haven't you, really? You should learn it.
It's bit me once, but it wasn't very big. It wasn't big enough for me to
learn.
No,
but you high-fived a rock, and it cut you. You slapped a rock.
Scar, man. I've got a slight scar.
On your
now,
palm.
I've got a Secret Lakes. Definitely got a Secret Lake scar.
Yeah.
If that doesn't scar, I'd be fucking...
Yeah, no, it's going to scar. It was the deepest thing I've ever seen.
So deep.
So explain what happened, man.
Oh, basically I stood on a rock and slipped. Nothing glamorous. That was just the normal...
Yeah, we weren't doing anything gnarly. In fact, he was doing
stopped.
the stupidest thing. We were chilling, and Dan was looking for big rocks to throw in water.
And I saw one, walked towards it, fell over one rock, shinned directly into another rock, and it cut deep.
Yeah, like
and it
really
bled
deep.
A lot.
So he had a flapper, sort of, his skin was flapped, but the flap thickness looked like it was like a pencil thick, like the skin that was flapping off. It was so deep, and it just bled loads as well. Man. So took it like a champ though. You just lied down and was like, I just need a second.
To stop the blood for a bit.
Yeah.
And I just kept looking at it. It was like, it's so deep.
You know what was really funny?
Yeah.
How George just was like railing on you the entire time. It's not like he didn't give a shit. Obviously he cared, but he was just giving you shit the entire time. It was so funny. Yeah.
The respect I learned though is the amount I've fucked around on the Slate, like going down Scree. On Slate and stuff
I've
like
been running down Scree.
But now there was some lads jumping in the Secret Lake.
Yeah.
And then they said there's a video of those guys on YouTube, the near miss.
Yeah. So cliff diving is quite big at this Secret Lake. Like lots of people go because it's just a local spot where you can practice some some pretty tall cliff dives. Yeah. But there's also some moderate stuff that it looks like. I think me and you could probably jump.
Stuff.
jump in from some of the medium stuff maybe as well. Jump in.
Fair enough, but basically off this day, these guys said, "Look at this near miss video," and it's this video go on YouTube. It's terrifying.
Just Secret Lake, Lamberis, near miss cliff dive or something like that.
On slate, nothing is fucking safe, and it's razor sharp. So I've got 2 scars off slate. Yeah. From doing nothing serious either. No. Like literally walking and put my hand on a bit of fucking rock. Yeah. So, but it's a day though. Yeah. I'm glad the scars are cool. Mm-hmm. I don't think I just another story on my leg now. Yeah. So yeah, that was just a fucking amazing adventure. That's day 1 of this weekend adventure. Day 2, we went to meet the guru. Oh my god, the guru. And not the guru you're thinking of. The Fontainebleau guru. The font guru. So was he in France? Did we go to Font? Was that where we went? We met him once in France, didn't we? We met him once in Font. Where did we meet him the second time? Curbar. Peak District. Great. So we got 5 of us to go meet. First of all, how did we see? So we arranged with Andy to go and meet him. Yeah. But the only reason we knew he was back in the UK was because not even like a close friend, a guy that we know that climbs, who's like we don't really speak to too much. We saw an Instagram video of him climbing, and we saw Andy spotting in the background of the video, and this guy that said, climber. "Thank you to the locals for spotting." And we were like, "That's Andy." So then you text Andy, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm back." And then we just started raging this day. It's amazing. So 5 of us went to Curbar, never been, fucking head lot, and we had a shit hot day with another guru. A man that just walks you around the crag because he knows every single fucking climb. He really knows every climb. He was just knocking down 7A, 7B, one after another. Yeah. Just for fun. Yeah. It was absolutely it's awesome climbing with him, just because, like you say, he knows every climb, and he knows. It's almost like it's kind of beyond him just being a good climber and been doing it a long time. It's actually impressive how much of like an encyclopedic knowledge he has of every climb. He knows like beta for every climb, and he'll do it, and he'll go do it 2 different ways. Or He'll know multiple beta for multiple types of climbers for multiple climbs, and it's like that. Like, to be fair, we've only been to Font and Curbar with him, but every time we've climbed with him, it's like not phased him at all. He's like I feel like any rock in the world, he'd know how to climb it. Yeah. It's really weird. He's a dude. Well, he's climbed a lot, and he's done it years of it. Yeah. So we go to meet this lovely fella in Curbar, but every adventure at the moment has been, like, we've been really privileged. Like, the weather's always been on our side, but every bit of the adventures this summer has just been, is it going to fucking rain? Yeah. And we have gotten away with it scot-free so far all the fucking time. Yeah. A few little bits of spit in the air, and we had... So we went to this starter block, or the roadside, trackside block, whatever. I think it's trackside. Yeah, block. Trackside. And we all pulled on, and there was a big group of people there, and there's a big buzz going on. Yeah. So there was our little group of 6, including Andy, and then like fucking 14 other people about. Yeah. And it was boss. It was amazing. How many climbs has that track block got on it? It's probably got 3, 5... Probably about 20. Probably about 20. Yeah, I'm just trying to count them up around the side. But yeah... Probably about 20 climbs on it. It's a massive, like, bus-sized block. That was one of the best blocks I've climbed on. Yeah. In the UK. Yeah. Me too, man. And me too. A real mix of, like, there was a V12 on that block. Oh, was there? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Like, not a huge sustain thing, but you can understand why, because it just looked tiny, like. Yeah. And then also, legendary Tom. Oh my God, got his first 7A. Yeah. I think the problem was cold trackside. Oh, okay, yeah. So it was just this disgusting problem where you like get stuck under a roof for like a second, and then you've got to do like, it's basically like a big mantle problem, it feels like, but like it's very thuggy and very sort of very Tom. Yeah, just battered it. Just you've got to really be strong and fucking like have that sort of mindset of I'm getting up this fucking rock sort of thing to get up there, and he just smashed it, man. Really impressive. I'm pretty sure one of the climbs on that was the 6A that everyone did. Well, that was quite nice. Oh, that's awesome. Becky, Josie, me, you, Tom. Oh, that's awesome. There was a few of those climbs again on this day, and it was and what I said to Andy that day was like, I'm not getting bogged down on any problem for the day. I said I'd rather move around relatively quickly and try and take some of your knowledge of these rocks.
Best approach, right?
Like, now I know a few rocks there quite well.
Yeah, me too. In fact, like, so we were trying some harder grades, like that guerrilla warfare thing, which is a 7A, and it's a very burly looking thing. But we all made, like, at least 3 moves on it, and we're linking, like, ideas up and stuff. I think it's something that we can go back to and just keep working on every time we sort of go there.
Andy went there and flashed 3 problems on that block.
Yeah.
And he said he's not the braggy type or anything of the sort.
No.
It's just he goes there and climbs a lot.
Yeah.
And then he does it because he wants to do it because he loves it. But I think he gets just as much joy out of trying to help you.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
Yeah.
I've not seen that very much. Like,
not.
There's a few characters we've met,
but there's not that many people that get like you say, that much enjoyment just out of helping others develop as climbers.
3 other random people were at the same problem, and he was loving. Yeah. And he was fucking right every time.
I like randomness as well. He goes and just helps. Just like, oh yeah, lay back on this a little bit more, or like that. The really strong, older looking dude had like a buzz cut.
At that guerrilla warfare problem.
No. At the trackside block, on the layback problem, at the beginning. And he was just going up to him and saying, oh yeah, try and straighten out that arm more. Yeah. And really giving... And the way he approaches giving advice is really... I don't know, it's like you don't question him, but he does it so politely at the same time. It's quite...
I've learned a lot from him about advice, though, because I keep going on about it.
Yeah.
He looks at someone and then asks if they want it.
Okay, yeah. He actually does, doesn't he? Yeah.
It's the completely... Because he finds love in solving the problem.
Yeah.
So I get that. So anyway, Curbar with a fucking legend. With some of our closest friends.
Yo guys, sorry about that. My laptop died. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. Laptop died, but we were talking about Curbar.
We had to talk to each other for a second then.
Yeah, it was nice. A little bit of a break. Talking about Andy and his advice.
Just in general, Curbar with a dude. So, like, we've been really blessed. Well, we immerse ourselves in the culture of all the climbing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, we kind of find these people on the way, and they kind of like the fact that we're a bunch of idiots who just try dead hard.
Yeah.
So we don't bring anything to the crag other than usually good food, a bit of a banter.
Yeah, it's true. It was good. It was just a fucking phenomenal day. What are your, let's say, should we do highlights? Highlights. But should we break down the highlights into different sections? What sections could we break it into?
There's a lot of sections.
Just like, I don't know, like best climb of the day, best moment of the day, and MVP. MVP. Tom. Tom has to be MVP.
Tom has to be MVP for his also mass volume.
7A.
Spotting. 7A. I always say this, like, the great thing isn't, like, Tom was just
But he was just a dude anyway.
All day.
So...
He just didn't stop. He was spotting you, he was climbing, he was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And he
drove.
Yeah,
he fucking drove as well,
legend.
So... Yeah.
Highlight of the day. I think it might have actually been the first couple of problems.
Yeah, it's weird for a highlight of the day to be literally the first problems you climb on. Yeah. But I think for me as well, although that's a bit boring, so I might change it. I've got another one as well. Oh no, that's my favourite climb.
No hands climbing.
Oh no, that was a good climb actually.
No hands climbing.
So obviously we started watching a bit of Johnny Dawes and his no hands climbing, and I've gotten quite. I mean, we both in general have gotten hyped on that, but I find it so fun to like do no-handed climbing.
I get it,
and I feel like it's quite suited to me, just not using my hands. My hands are fucking useless, but my legs
are great.
I've got like quite strong dynamic legs. 32 C's at least.
32 cc's of leg.
CC.
Thickness.
Witness. The thickness in widness. Anyway, did this crazy no-handed climb, which I still haven't actually seen. Oh no, I have seen it.
I sent it to you.
You've not sent it me.
Have you? Must have.
Maybe. Anyway, we'll sort that out, but we'll post that because that's a lot of fun, man. But yeah, highlight was probably just that trackside block, man. Very cool block.
So it was just one of those days, like when you get up to the top of Curbar.
Yeah.
And like we went into that tiny little quarry bit with all the old millstones.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Was such a fucking spot to chill out in.
It really was beautiful. And then our running dickhead block.
Another dickhead block.
We'll have to post that. We've had so many ludicrous things. So this is definitely Dan's bag. I'm very much just
you're like a clown, like juggling and doing
I was going to say I'm just
backflips.
a passenger on this crazy journey that you have of dickhead block.
Oh, the dickhead block thing.
This is definitely your train that you're driving.
Yours is no hands.
Yeah.
Mine's dickhead.
And I'm just a passenger on your train, you're just a passenger on my train. And it's lovely. But you came up with this crazy thing where you just put a mat down and you're like, I'm going to run and jump up that thing. Like you always tend to do. But this time it had a run up a rock, like a really nice ramp rock.
Yeah.
And then a bounce off a wall to like a really sort of sharp, great like hold. And it was one of those where you're running at a wall and you're like, okay, this is what we're doing, I guess. Like, I put trainers on because it was just better in trainers.
I have trainers on,
yeah. Like, this sort of stuff is just fun. Yeah, at that point, it's not climbing anymore. It's just
But it is still climbing.
Yeah. It is.
Climbing's a... Yeah,
it depends what you define as climbing. Like, I reckon there's some old school dicks out there. Not dicks necessarily, but there's some old school dudes that are like, you're not climbing there. But when you
climbing's a pointless task.
Yeah.
Quote Johnny Dawes.
Yeah. It's a pointless task.
What I do is equally as pointless
as what you
climbing,
do. Yeah.
But it still gets me to the same place on top of a rock.
True, man.
So
gets me to the same place, so it is climbing.
It is climbing.
Fuck yeah.
You're trying to get to the top of that rock.
I'm doing it
like
slightly different way.
I've just got to the top of it, just different way.
Yeah, let's climbing then.
And I dare you to run and jump at the fucking rock.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
I dare you. Yeah, it was a great...
It was an awesome day, man.
That was such a good day.
I think that's a really solid roundup for Curbar.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, no, my favourite... So, do you have a favourite climb in mind? Because I definitely have one.
Mine was the first climb.
The first. They were your climbs.
There was Andy showed us these two climbs, and he showed us two different betas, and they did it in both ways.
Yeah, there's a dirty mantle version, and then another version that instead of mantling the ledge that you mantle on, you just undercut it.
It's fucking awesome.
And do a high foot. And both ways is just amazing. It's one of those climbs that is basically two moves, because you're using this one ledge that's about head height to get up to the top of the boulder, and it's just how you use that ledge. So that was a really cool. What
about you, brother?
For me, it was the arete that me and you worked on with Andy at the end. Our last final climb. There's a 6A or 6B arete that when we walked up to looked fucking impossible, man. Like, really, really glassy footholds, like really slippy. And the arete had no holds on other than a ledge that was at least 2 meters up. So, and there's no way you can dyno to this ledge because there's no holds to hold on. You just got to lay back the actual arete, but it's just really difficult to do, I guess. We both found a way with a really high foot and a rock over, and then slowly stretching our hand up. But just the amount of satisfaction of working that problem out together and getting it, that was a lot of fun, man.
We need a trip to Harmer's Wood, man.
Harmer's Wood.
That's what we need next.
All the aretes at Harmer's, there's hundreds of aretes. We had a bit of a scary arete today, didn't we? We need to get better at aretes.
Nah, fuck that arete.
Yeah, this arete was insane. It's a 5+. And
so
we were
after
one on
a
it.
big, heavy fucking weekend, I was in work for one. I don't even know what day it is anymore. One day or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I've
I had a rest day, then Tuesday went to hangar last night, and then today.
Yeah. So that was Sunday, Curbar. Monday we both had a rest day. Then Tuesday
another indoor session with the mighty hangar.
Yeah, me and you had an indoor session.
Good session.
Really great. Yeah, just
and then
solid.
We'll leave a little bit of your Monday because your rest day
ties into. Yeah. But Tuesday session was good. The whole plan this week was that we were going to go out Wednesday, the day after Tuesday. So my whole Tuesday session at the hangar, it's always shit when you have sessions like this, but the entire time, the overarching thought in my head was save yourself for tomorrow, which meant I approached everything with way less not enthusiasm, but way more of a, what's the word?
Pussy?
Pussy? No, the word is
Pussy?
Conservation. I approached everything about conserving my fingers because my fingers were still fucked from Curbar, And I still thought, now I've got such soft hands. I've got little baby hands. Dan keeps telling me to tell my fingers they're not mine, but they are mine. Look at them. They're mine.
Mine aren't mine, and they're fine.
Well, what? That doesn't make any sense, Dan. This is like really metaphysics, and it's just my brain doesn't work on the same level as yours. I hope one day I reach enlightenment and I can think and I can look down at my fingers and go, they're not mine.
I don't have a huge treatment routine. I just climb fucking loads, and every day I go with my fingers.
And then shout abuse at your fingers.
Yeah, but then when I'm climbing and a thing hurts, I just look at them and go,
at least they're not mine.
Stop it. You're not mine. Then the pain stops.
Oh, well, I'm not quite there yet. My fingers are fucking ragged. They keep bleeding.
So last night, Pete was being a pussy in the hangar, and I was pulling quite hard.
Oh, shut up.
Actually,
quite cool little thing. You pulled on a yellow, which is quite a rarity for us.
Yeah, I don't really stay away from.
So there's,
and just.
What is a yellow, like 6 to 7?
Yeah, I don't know.
But like indoors, you actually have no idea of what the grade is. But it was hard, man. Not many people were getting it.
It's good crimps.
When you look at it, though,
yeah.
Andy got it.
Yeah.
You got it. No one else got it.
Well, anyway, big session.
Yeah.
Just getting ready for your first trip to Longridge.
Oh my God. Yeah, so we went to Longridge today, an hour's drive.
Super famous place near Preston.
All these strong climbers have come out of it in the past. It's basically like a big eliminate wall, feels like. But it's on like a 20 to 30 to 40 degree angle.
It's crazy, isn't it?
The whole way up it, and the entire crag is just one long wall.
One long pull-up bar.
It really is one long pull-up bar. It is crazy. It's so upper body based and like so burly. And we had an amazing session today. Like really, it took me about an hour, I'd say, to warm up into the rock and just really get flowing. But man, once I was locked in, and me and you were, especially when we were working out some of those harder moves, had one of the best sessions I've had in a long time, man. Fucking amazing. Really amazing.
That one.
Yeah.
So it was me, you, and Surly.
Surly.
She was crushing today.
Yeah, really
and
well.
We did the team bit and crushed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And off the back of the crushing bit,
yeah,
she had to study in between.
Oh yeah, she took a study day.
So that's when we had our little moments of working through these problems.
Yeah.
And what a fucking place, though.
Man, yeah, I can't even begin to explain. Yeah, it's just if you guys have got to make the trip, you've just got to do it. And if you're listening from Liverpool, it's fucking only an hour. It's an hour away, and it feels like an indoor session outdoors.
It's one of our best
in terms of just so easy to get up to. So the first section, and it's brilliant, just the way it sort of happened to be. You walk down from the fence. So first off, the land is owned by BMC, British Mountaineering Club.
Big.
What does BMC stand for?
Big muscle.
Big muscle
country.
Big muscle country. Yeah. Anyway, it's owned by the BMC, and God, what's the C stand for? Community? No. British Mountaineering Club. I like the idea of it being called club.
No, it's
But it's only a tiny plot of land that they actually own, because right after it's you've got the wall, and then you've got maybe 3 meters of grass, and then you've got a fence that goes into someone's back garden. It's quite
weird. Intense.
It's a weird setup.
There's a lovely lad who's playing footy.
Yeah.
With his cat.
It's so weird.
He had no one else, and the kid was lovely, and he was
Did you feel sorry for this kid?
I wanted to play footy with him for a bit.
Yeah, me too, because I felt he was just alone playing football for so long, and he's maybe 9.
But his cats were shit hot climbers.
Oh yeah,
getting through the windows and stuff. And then we commented, and he was dead funny. The kid.
But man, we could the fence isn't a fence. It's just wood, sort of I can't even. Where would you see those fences?
At Longridge.
At Longridge. No, that's that type of fence. Because when people say fence, it's not like a walled fence. It's just like a farmer's field fence, I guess. Yeah. So you just see completely into their back garden, completely into the house. It's dead weird. And this little kid's just playing football for maybe 2 hours by himself. I mean,
It's like
good on him, but just dead active.
I wish if his mum would have said like, "Oh, can you take me lad climbing?"
Yeah, so funny.
A bit odd, anyway.
Yeah,
but like anyway, you're climbing in these people's back gardens for hours.
Yeah,
but then like that fella came.
Oh yeah,
He was
this
super
local.
fucking gnarly strong.
Yeah, came without a pad.
But why don't people shower?
Oh, do you think? Yeah, you said he smelled. I couldn't smell him.
So pungent.
But I didn't get close to him.
I know he's training and that, like, but there's a line, isn't there? Like,
yeah.
Just have once a week.
I feel like there's a message out for the hangar guys as well, guys. There's some stinky bastards in the hangar. All you need to do, guys, is just have a shower once or twice.
Just I know you may not want to put like a fragrance in your body, because I don't really use fragrances, but maybe invest in something like coconut oil.
Ooh,
something a bit healthier. Nice. Rub it in your armpits.
Yeah, there's just some smelly characters about, aren't there? It's quite funny.
It's pretty pungent.
Yeah. And so guys, like, we're not going to be specific, but if you think it's you, it's probably you. So just...
And if it's me, tell me it's me.
Yeah, please tell me.
And I'll tell you, I'll thank you for that.
Thank you to your face, mate.
But anyway, ignoring the fact that, like, quite intense, like, interactions with a young person and his cat, and then smelly super strong man.
Yeah.
Who's traversing for days, like all the fucking.
Oh, he was just he reminds me of the old boys at PEX, where they literally come with no equipment,
crushes everything,
and then they just walk up the wall so slowly as well, and just so calmly the entire time.
But like we kept talking throughout the day about it being sandbagged with the grades, because like, and some of it I don't think was, I think some of it's perfect. But just for the context of that. We did a big day of climbing, but then we went up to these 2 climbs near the end, which have got no help in the fucking book at all.
Oh,
called Arete and Corner, and then when it looks at the description for the climbs, it just says Arete and Corner, and they're like 5 fucking meters high. To the top.
Quite high, man.
And
they were the ones that scared us the most. And it's like
no, but we're decent at highball. We're not bad. We've done some big,
we're not bad.
And these are like V-1s in the grade.
Yeah, they're really easy stuff.
They're like nothing.
And we were kecking our pants more than we have done in a while, man. Yeah, really weird.
So we managed to do like a hybrid of the problems. That was the Arete Corner. Yeah. We couldn't do either of them.
No, we did like a hybrid. Yeah, like
they're fucking terrifying.
But do you know what I think this is, man? I think it was a combination of things. We're at the end of our session, like the very end of our session. It's overhung highball, which we don't do. Overhung highball we've never done. So I think that was a big thing. And then the guide, and then also it being sandbagged. It threw us all off. Our head game was weird. Just super scary.
So next time we go then, we'll do the opposite and start from the other side of the wall.
Ooh, that's
which would be ludicrous, and we'll do it though.
The only thing with that place though is, what's beautiful is, as you walk down from the gate, it gets harder as you move away from the car park. Oh, and by the way, the best approach in the world. Literally, you park outside of the gate and walk
just
through.
Read the 30 seconds approach. So
it's literally a 30-second approach. Literally, it's amazing. But yeah, you walk through the gate. You see the crag in front of you. You put your stuff down, and then you've got like 4 4s. Then it starts dipping into some 5s. Then it starts dipping into some 6s. But it just like guides you really nicely to learn how to, like, the first maybe 10 problems. So we went there and just smashed out like 14 problems straight away, didn't we? And those first few problems are basically just teaching you how to move on that particular rock. And it's such an amazing like experience doing it that way and just going through. But I want to move back to our highlights section, where we were going on some of these sit starts.
Oh yeah.
So basically, we were looking at the guidebook, and
it's really. I love the guidebook. It's not that
accurate in terms of, not accurate, but like
is it a sit start?
Yeah, you don't really know.
So it was.
I could do a sit start if I wanted, but the line of where the route starts often isn't a sit start line. But we were basically just extending a lot of these climbs with sit starts, because that's something also that we're looking to get better at.
Getting better.
Yeah, we're really bad at them, but we want to get better. And my favourite climb was that crimpy bastard that we started working on, man, and we actually both got. Because it was, again, one of those things that you walk up to, and you just look at it, and you're like, that's crimpy, I'm not going to be able to do that. You even touch it, and you're like, that's slippy, I'm not going to be able to do that. And then
Made sense.
Every time we went, the other person pushed it a bit harder and a bit further, and it was like, oh, they just got that far. Okay, that is possible. I'll do that now. Oh, and then I push it that far, and it was just this constant seesaw of who was getting it. And it was amazing. So there's a big bit where you go to you pass through the 2 worst crimps, and you've got to set yourself up to like do a dynamic move to a ledge that is kind of hard to hold. And I remember grabbing that first and holding it for maybe 3 seconds, and it was like, shit, that's possible. And then you did it and hung on it for maybe, like, you were up there for 7 seconds, easy. You just couldn't make your feet work out and get across. Basically, we both ended up doing this climb. You ended up dynoing and skipping out the ledge. It's only like another 6 inches.
Yeah.
Like another 6 inches to go to the good ledge. But you just skipped it out, went straight to the good ledge. And then I ended up doing it and statically not even dynoing for some reason. Like, and I never thought I'd be able to do that on crimps.
It's good, man. But both, I think, looking back at the video, both ways, both looked.
Yeah.
Like we've actually learned something.
Yeah, man. You've been very good with the videos as well, mate. Like, it's so cool coming back from these days out with lots of video footage, being like, oh shit, like I can see like where I'm shit and where I'm good and how to improve. And
I'm looking forward to like showing Sadie.
Yeah.
Because like you've improved a lot, and some people are quite hard on themselves.
Yeah.
So you need to.
That's big in this place,
how far
man.
you've gone.
Yeah. I think we're all hard on ourselves. You're hard on yourself. I'm hard on myself. A lot of people we know. You're hard on me.
Hard.
You're hard for me.
So today, I think I'm going to give the MVP to Surly for pulling really fucking hard.
Yeah.
Whilst also studying medicine.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's fucking true. And she just kept coming back as well, like really fucking psyched as well. Amazing.
So what a fucking day. What a weekend again. People, you need to start licking more fucking rocks.
Go fucking lick a rock, man, dude. Lick a rock. Right, well that brings us into a special topic that we like to call...
This is the topic of the week. Topics.
Topics. Oh, topic of the week. This week the topic is physiotherapy.
Brought to you by Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete. This is very much a topic that's going to be led by me, probably, because this week I went to my very first physiotherapy appointment, and it actually was amazing. Super cool.
Why was it amazing?
I've not really spoke to you much about it, Dan.
Tried to fucking out.
I have tried to, but you kept telling me to shut up, don't want to speak to me. You keep asking me why I'm in your house. You keep saying, Pete, what are you doing? Follow me
Get out of my
around.
bedroom.
Get out of my room. I'm trying to sleep, and I'm like, but my physio, it was so cool.
I want to physio you too.
I want a physio. Yeah, so basically, if you don't know it or you know, my hips have been fucked for a long time. Because of dance, probably.
Because of just lots of
stuff. I put a lot of energy through them. I move my hips a lot. I'm a shaker. I'm a breaker. I'm a baker.
Not a fighter.
I'm not afraid. Mostly, not afraid, Dan. Dan's face, man. But went to physiotherapy because my hips have just been hurting. We had a really bad session. I had a really bad session at PEX with Owen about 2 weeks ago, and when things just aligned in terms of my hip was in really bad pain, I had to stop climbing, and an old guru said to me, go to the physio, and the stars aligned, and it just made sense for me to go to the physio. Whereas people in the past have told me to go, but it just didn't work. I don't know. I just never made the move. But I did it. Went to the hangar. The hangar have an in-house physio called Phil. I think he's done physio for the British cycling team, also for Shauna Coxey. He's a dude. He knows his shit, and that became very clear within seconds of the meeting. So went to the hangar, met with him. The appointment started. Straight away he was just like, so tell me a bit about yourself. How often do you climb? I'm like just 3 to 4 times a week, but recently it's been a bit more than that. And then he asked me a bit about my hips in general, why I think they're bad. And then he asked me to give a complete breakdown of sort of my history of activity. So I went through the fact that I've done 10 years of dance, that I've been climbing properly for about a year now, or maybe a year and a half, and I'm training it. And then I'm also doing high volume stuff in terms of ultra marathons, swims, cycling, Japan, and all that sort of stuff. He lived in Japan for like 5 years, so he was buzzing when I told him that. He was just like straight away like, "Oh, we'll have to talk about that a bit." But straight away, he was asking me the types of pain I get from each activity, so running and stuff. And I was saying I get very sharp pains when I do dance or climbing, whereas it aches when I run and I cycle, but it's not that sort of same sharp pain. It's like a different thing. So straight away he was like, well, it sounds to me like you can put a lot of when you're doing low mobility exercises, in terms of, so like that's like you're swimming, you're cycling and you're running, where your hips aren't going out particularly, they're just sort of moving in one motion, and it's all quite like in a straight line with your body how it should move, like quite like natural movements. You can put fucking loads through it, like a volume, like you can just keep sort of going. But as soon as you do a small amount of this sort of high mobility training, like climbing, where I'm opening my hips and then I'm putting lots of force through it, or dancing where I'm opening my hips and there's lots of momentum involved that is like pulling on the joints, that's where it's causing like the sort of more sharp injury sort of feeling, and like the bad side of it. Do you know what I mean? So he was like, what I think it is, and then I talked all about my stretching as well. Like, I do fucking massive stretches. I'm like big into my stretching. And he was like, it sounds like, he said, you're probably doing the wrong thing, first of all. Like in my head, he said, as a dancer, you probably think stretching equals healthiness, or like joint healthiness, and it makes it's good for your joints to be flexible. But as a dancer, you'll probably already be very flexible, and by stretching it further, you're probably just damaging it further or making your injury worse. You're just exacerbating it. What I should be doing really is strengthening the hip joint, because, and it just makes so much sense. The way he explained it is, he said, you're basically going to be stepping higher than a lot of people with a very similar joint to you, because you're flexible. So, like for me and you, as an example, we've got a very similar body, whereas I can do a much higher step through than you climbing. Whereas because we're a very similar body, just because I can get it through there doesn't necessarily mean that my joint is built to put that much force through. So I'll be stepping high and putting force through it when I'm not quite got the stabilization muscles sort of set in place there. Basically, you can see how much it's worn off on me. Like, he was so knowledgeable in what he was saying. So he's just giving me like 3 exercises to build up a base level of strength in the front of my hip, the inside, and the back. And I've been doing them for two or 3 days now, and already feel way better. Just like that'll be like a bit of a mental thing. Yeah. Feeling like I'm working on it now. But yeah, man, really great experience. That was a big ramble from me, but that was just topic of the week, man.
So why topic of the week though? Because you've had it. It's really important.
It's like this week has had it, and I've felt the benefits from it instantly, almost.
So for some injuries, I think another part of the topic is seek advice.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Especially with the climbing, especially if you're really into this, because like it was really starting to impact your actual, not just your climbing. I think more like your psyche,
the mental aspect, 100%. Man.
Some moments, your pain that you're in while you're climbing is fucking nuts.
Yeah, really bad, like collapsing. Like there's been times where it's happened twice where I've gotten out of bed and expected to be able to like hold my, like as you do getting out of bed, just putting my weight up, standing up, and then collapsing.
Yeah.
Just like falling over onto the ground. Yeah. To be fair, both times that's happened, that happened ages ago, a good like maybe a year ago, and it was when I was training really hard for like the triathlon and stuff. But still, the pain is like immobilizing. Like it means that I can't wait it. I have to stop. And it's just as soon as it's getting to that point where it's acute and it's not a joke anymore. I mean, but catch things early, I think.
Man, I had physio this year.
You had physio? Oh,
yeah, because I've got something with my neck. I don't quite know what it is yet. But the important part, like I had physio through work, thinking that would be something to have a think about it with. And it was quite helpful to think about it with a professional.
Yeah.
But an NHS physio, nothing against the dude. It was a private organisation.
Yeah.
But because the NHS were paying for it, his perspective on my physio was very different than Phil's.
Right, yeah. So Phil's a sports physiotherapist. Like what I loved about it is like he came in with absolutely no you know how sometimes you go to a GP and you talk to them about something and they sort of look at you and you can just feel like they're not believing you, or they're just not taking what you're saying as the truth, or they're just sort of they're belittling your pain or something, or they don't necessarily do it on purpose, but you just get that vibe that they don't think what it's serious enough for their time or whatever. But Phil, man, straight away, like he just knew. He was like, with like, oh yeah, just.
No,
really,
man, I get
you know
it.
What I'm trying to say?
It's like, the same as what I'm trying to say. Is like with this physio I met, I didn't believe. So he was asked about some of my history.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I've done this, I've done that. I've had these neck injuries over the years from other sports in the past. Obviously there's a fucking link.
Yeah.
And he just kept telling me it was stress. And I was like, I sneezed in the shower, man.
Yeah.
And my neck went for fucking 3 weeks. And it's like, and every time I do all these mad training things, it's obviously impacting that. And then I sneeze.
So what you need is a physio. If you're going about, if you're a sporty person, which you will be if you listen to this podcast, you need to go to specifically a sports physiotherapist, because they're always going to be looking at it from the perspective of your performance. Yeah. And that's what you needed, is a guy who's talking about, right, well, we need to get you up and running so that you can carry on training, and what we're going to do in the meantime so that you can keep training and also help your neck out, sort of thing.
Man, I've been to one doctor, and like I don't tell everyone I'm a fucking climber, but it was around my neck.
Yeah.
And the first doctor was like, "Why are you fucking climbing?"
He's like, "That is not the point of this."
No. And
this
then
is not the point of
I'm
this.
not saying. But then the next doctor was like, "Oh, if your neck's sore, you can't climb."
Yeah, no.
And I was like, "Yeah, like it's a lifestyle, it's exercise, it's a health thing." Yeah. The other one was like, "Why the fuck are you doing that if your neck's sore?" And it's like, so
fucking annoying.
The physio,
man. People just don't get it.
Yeah, similar thing.
It's actually, in the past, I've had a lot of like leeway on people that say that sort of thing, in terms of like, oh well, why are you doing that? You're climbing, because I can see it from their perspective, because to them it's just like, well, yeah, you're climbing, like you're doing stupid shit.
But playing football, now, you'll break your ankles.
Exactly. Like I'm getting, like if a footballer came in, they wouldn't be like, why are you playing football? Yeah. If you had a bad neck.
Oh yeah, you're playing.
Why are you playing football?
We need to fix you to play football.
But so I feel a bit more impatient with that sort of attitude now, because it's becoming a big part of our lives in terms of lifestyle. So when someone says, "Oh, why are you climbing?" as if it's this really abstract fucking thing that we're doing, it's kind of fucking annoying. It's like, well, why are you doing your shit? Everything's pointless, isn't it? It all goes back to that. Like, we're just doing what makes us happy.
Why I'm doing it? Cause
I'm getting het up thinking about her saying that, you know.
Well, I'm getting to the top of this. I've seen quite a lot of things about why we like climbing as well over the last few months.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of it's about problem solving. Lots of it's about being in a collective. Lots of it's about finding space away from, like, the general population and stuff like that, and, like, consensus and stuff like that. You find a little area that's yours and you've got your thing to it, and then there's all this, like, 70s and 80s movements of like these anarchism bits. I don't know. Yeah, we all climb, and like if you're feeling pain and it's going to stop you from climbing, seek some fucking help.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the topic of the week.
Ramble scramble.
That was a proper ramble from Pete. I hope you guys don't mind it. But
he's had some physio.
I had physio. Get physio. Topic of the week done.
Topic of the week.
Time for the final section. Let's just breeze through it. Ooh!
On that note,
Advice of the week. Are you
the average
ready?
advice of the week. I'm born ready.
Average advice. We've sort of decided on the average advice prior to
Which
the
we
podcast,
weren't
rather than
going
just
to.
normally we just hit each other with it on the top of it, not on the top of our head, but we don't tell the other person. But it's been such a key part of climbing recently, and especially meeting up with Andy, that reminder of font. The advice of the week this week is body positioning in climbing is so key to becoming a good / better climber. You can be all arms, you can be all fingers, you can be super strong, but body positioning is the way that you're going to improve right now.
Yeah.
As in tomorrow, if you go with a better mindset and actually thinking about where you're putting your hips, where your weight is, you'll get better tomorrow, sort of thing. So that's the advice of the week. Think about body positioning.
No, but wait, if this is just for people in the hangar, whoever's listening,
Yeah.
get onto an easier climb. And it's like I'm going to start looking around the hangar and look at things to rock over on my leg. So if you're climbing in the peaks on grit,
Yeah.
most of it is about rocking over and standing up. Same with font.
Yeah.
It's not a huge part of indoor climbing. You get a bit of it every now and then.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really huge. It's being able to move your body really delicately over something very small and slippy.
Yeah, yeah.
And then being able to not just move over on it, move off it.
So that's one of the most, in terms of whenever we speak about body positioning, like if you're going to further define it, like obviously it is what it is, as in if I say body positioning, straight away your thought goes to, yeah, all that means is how I'm hanging on the rock, what position my body's in. But further than that, my mind straight away goes to what you've just explained in terms of, in my head, when I think, oh yeah, better body positioning, this means on those really high feet I do, instead of just throwing myself and popping, slowly go rocking over that foot, making sure my balance is right, my centre of gravity. But I think that obviously there's much more to it than just doing those slow moves. The small things that, especially today when we were in Longridge, small things, just not doing drop knees. Like, I'd say a drop knee is like a specific move, like a heel hook or a toe hook that you don't necessarily practice, but you apply to do certain moves and it helps you out. But so it's not a full drop knee. It's more of a twist of the hip to make your reach longer for one, but also easier to hang on whatever you are locking off on or hanging. But that's something that only today I feel like I was applying purposefully. Yeah. I'm not there yet where I'm applying it naturally, but just so say you're rocking over your right hand,
Don't have to
just
explain
drop
to
the
me,
right
brother.
knee. No, I know, but like I'm just trying to think if I was listening,
You're going to find it really hard to describe because you're describing it really well to me.
Yeah, because I'm
dancing
doing
in
it.
front of me.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
But basically, it's like for these type of things, look, speak to people in the hangar, speak to people outdoors.
Yeah.
Watch them climb. Watch someone smaller than you reach something higher than you.
Yeah.
Who's a better climber? Because the likelihood is their body position's far better than yours.
Yeah.
And like Andy's like dead average height.
Yeah.
And he does not reach things with effort. And if you watch this is an
so
older
true.
fella. And if you watch him climb to the top of the wall, like me and Peter, especially me, I will dine on the crux because it's fun as fuck. But I also get the benefit of wanting to statically climb things in a really beautiful way.
Yeah.
He will climb every step out of that climb to get more movement out of every climb, which from what I gather looking back at some of the old documentaries, that's the reason sit starters exist.
Yeah, because people wanted more
They were
climbing.
like, I want more climb out of this climb, which makes perfect sense.
It really does, yeah.
So, like, what Pete's, like, perfectly alluding to is these ideas that if
much more than just the rock over.
You just
or just
twist your body slightly differently, you'll get an extra inch out your arm.
Yeah, it's so true. And I would say, try not to look at people whenever you climb, because obviously looking at don't look at them in the eye. They'll fucking rip you apart. Like.
Especially Peck's Hill.
Oh man! But I think it's easy looking at people that are better than you, or people that are doing things that you can't do, and write it off as they're strong.
Yeah.
And that's why they're doing that thing, is because they're stronger than you. That's not the truth. Like, they're often not stronger than you at all. They're just better body, like their body positioning is way better. So next time, look at that strong person and look at how they're twisting on certain moves. Try not to write it off as strong people climb good. like actually look at why they're doing it.
Strong fingers, fair enough, yeah. But a lot of these people, body
obviously
position,
there's people that are going to be
they
stronger
move
than you.
really well,
But
and efficiently.
Yeah.
So we lose a lot of energy climbing because we're average.
Yeah.
So make peace with the fact as well. It's like, and I have, and we're all doing it in our little gang. You're average.
Oh yeah.
So how do you get better than average? You fucking train, you learn.
Yeah, and study. Just watch people climb, man. I think it's okay. I kick myself for doing it because I literally watch people in the hangar that are amazing climbers. You're basically getting free tutorials all the time, but you just ignore them, and instead you go, oh yeah, they're strong, they're doing stuff I'm not going to do, and then move on and you carry on doing your blue circuit or whatever you're working on. So just study the people around you. If you're lucky enough to have a guru or someone in your group that's just an amazing climber, listen to them, but watch them. Just watch, see how they climb. Twist your body more. Anyway, advice of the week wrapped up, I reckon, unless you want to add anything else in.
No, that's perfect. It's been a lovely little adventure.
Man, such an amazing week. Like I say, we won't be having a podcast next week, but hope you enjoyed this little fix of Danko and Pete. If you want to follow me, go follow me at Pete_Rick on Instagram.
If you want to follow me, just walk down the street behind me about 20 metres, or go to at Danko Winterbear.
Yeah. Follow the podcast at BHPod. Also, look out for the next Dino Club evening. We are arranging so follow at Dino Club, but also we're going to have a Dino Club evening at the hangar on the 10th of September, Tuesday night. It's probably going to be from 8 o'clock onwards. So make yourself come down to that.
Make yourself dino.
And we're going to just have a lot of fun. Last time, we're going to talk to the hangar, but last time the hangar set 3 or 4 dinos for us. It'd be so cool if they could do that again. So we'll talk to them and see if we can get something up. But definitely come down to that. It'll be such a laugh. Other than that,
we're
guys,
also training for the Adidas Rockstars event on the 31st of August with the climbing hangar Liverpool.
Yeah, man.
So
Adidas Rockstars. We're going to win it, and we're going to go Germany and
win that,
and then become Rockstars.
Go win the World Cup.
Oh, I can't wait.
And then we'll be in the Olympics.
You know what? I can't wait for that. Dan.
For the synchronized climbing.
Hang on, you keep saying we
synchronized climbing.
Yeah, but like, can 2 people win?
Synchronized climbing.
Okay.
Together. Oh, you'd like to win, wouldn't you?
I want to beat you at synchronized climbing, but I don't think that's how synchronized climbing works, is it?
So we've got at Dino Club. Also have a look at Pete's stuff at Enso Method.
Oh my god!
But just a big shout out to the climbing hangar as well, because we're starting to make some real fucking friends there, and it's cool as fuck.
Yeah, man.
Love and peace.
Love and pieces.
Double dyno to micro crimper.